Welcome to the tutorial for ExtremeROM OneUI 6.1 for the S10 family of devices. If your device is one of the following, the S10e, the S10, the S10 Plus, and the S10 5G, this tutorial is for you. However, before we proceed, if you're going to do this, you are willing to accept the risk that things can go wrong. You might brick your phone. And also, this entire process requires wiping all the data from your device. So, we are not going to be responsible for any data loss incurred by you or any soft bricks that you guys might end up into. You come into this with accepting the risk, and we will not be liable for any damages caused by data loss or software bricked by you onto your phone. Now, let's proceed. Let's go into our settings and ensure first that all accounts, such as like Google accounts and Samsung accounts, are all removed from the device. As you can see here, this has already been done. So I'm gonna go back, and over here, I'm gonna scroll all the way down, click on About Phone, and then click on Software Information, and then I'm gonna go into Build Number. I'm going to tap on the build number 5 times. And afterwards, you can see that developer mode has been enabled at the bottom. Now, tap back, scroll a little bit downwards, and you'll see developer options appear at the bottom. Now, what you want to do here is, which is already been tapped on by this device, you can see that OEM unlocking has been turned on. It's going to turn that on again. So this needs to be on. Scroll downwards a bit more, and you can see that USB debugging is off. Turn this one on as well. Now, I am going to connect my phone to my computer, and once I do that, you'll see that allow USB debugging will pop up. Just tap on always allow from this computer, and then tap on allow, and you're done. Moving on to the second step of the tutorial. So what you now want to do is get your phone, press and hold down on the power button, right? This menu will pop up. So what you want to do is click on power off, and I'm going to disconnect my phone from the computer, and I'm also going to take out my case. So once that's done, your phone is turned off. Now you need to press on the volume down button here, the volume down, and the Bixby button, right? So I'm going to hold it like this, 1 and 2, and while holding these two and holding it, my phone in this manner, plug in my USB-C into my phone, and you'll see a message that says a custom OS, blah blah blah, and you can see that volume up long press will put the device in device unlock mode. To do that, unlock bootloader, you press volume up once again to say yes. Now remember, this means that your data will be wiped completely. I hope that you've already backed up all your photos or whatever important stuff was to you from your phone. So if you didn't do that, too bad, because your data is now going to be gone. And we are not liable for that, as I have emphasized in the first part of the video. So once I have booted into twerp, the first thing I'm going to do is format data, as you can see here, because if you see on my file explorer, all the folders are encrypted, so I can't access or use my internal storage. So I'm gonna format data first. I'm gonna type in yes. And then reboot the system back into recovery. So after rebooting back into recovery, what you want to do is grab one of the files that are provided, which is the Exynos 9820 repartition, and copy it over into your internal storage. Then what you want to do is flash the zip. But remember, the zip will change your partitions. That means it will render your device unusable should you want to go back and do anything right now, and you will lose all your data on here. So fair warning, I have warned you at least 3 times now in this video. Right? So now tap on that and proceed to flash the zip and wait for it to finish. It will take a while. Once the repartitioner is done, it will reboot your system, so do not be scared. It will boot back into recovery very shortly, as you can see here. Alright, so after the repartitioner is done, what you need to do is you need to flash the Exynos 9820 cleaner, which I have already copied over to my device, as you can see over here. Right, so go ahead and flash the zip. You can see that everything here you says failed to mount because the repartitioner has successfully done its job. The cleaner will now just fix all of these issues. So let it run for a while. Once again, twerp will reboot after the cleaner is done. So what you're gonna do now is install the ROM file. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and do that, which because I've already copied the file over, and let it do its thing. Leave it be for around around 2 minutes. So once the zip has been flashed for the ROM, you'll see that it has completed. Don't reboot your system yet. Go back first. Let's make sure everything is fine. Let's format data first. Now you're able to reboot the system. Now this will take around, let's say 5 to 10 minutes for the first boot up, so be patient, alright? So if you've done all the steps correctly up until this point, you will boot into ExtremeROM OneUI 6.1. You can go ahead and set up your phone and get into the home screen. Now that I've finished the setup completely, you can now enjoy the Extreme OneUI 6.1 ROM freely. There you go. Just to prove that this works just fine, I'm gonna go into About Phone, Software Information, OneUI 6.1, Android 14. There you go. Enjoy the ROM.